and it's President Trump's role in inciting that violence that has seen him impeached for a second time by US lawmakers, with all eyes on Capitol Hill as the historic vote played out. 9 Republicans backed the vote to impeach him. The move against him paves the way for a Senate trial and would potentially block him from running again. Despite the fact the vote moved quickly, there are real concerns that the Republican Party has still not entirely abandoned Trumpism, with fears a lengthy Senate trial will drag on well into Joe Biden's presidency.
New York is cancelling 3 contracts with the Trump Organization. The decision will cost Trump $17 million a year. Here's New York City Mayor Bill de Blasio.
We have the right to terminate contracts, obviously, if a criminal act has been committed, and a criminal act has been committed. So, goodbye to the Trump Organization. We're not doing any business with you. By the way, a lot of other people are not doing any business with you any longer.
Airbnb is cancelling all reservations in the Washington, D.C. area, saying it's identified individuals suspected of planning to disrupt Joe Biden's inauguration next week. Security is increasing in the U.S. Capitol, with 20,000 National Guards planning to be on the streets of D.C. next week, 4 times more than the total number of U.S. troops in Iraq and Afghanistan combined. The United States recorded its highest number of COVID-19 related deaths on Tuesday in the latest daily tally from the Johns Hopkins University. More than 4,300 people died in a 24-hour period. FSN's Leland Tan reports from New York.
U.S. coronavirus deaths topped 4,000 for the second time since the pandemic began, with both record highs taking place just this month, less than a week apart. The spike in deaths came as the Trump administration announced plans to ramp up its rollout of vaccines in a program that has been plagued by tech issues and delays. The administration said it will release second doses immediately and is calling on U.S. states to expand vaccinations to people 65 years and older. In total, more than 380,000 people have died in the U.S. from the coronavirus.
From bureaus worldwide, this is FSN.
Keyboard Cat, Hamilton the Pug, and Toast Meets World. These are some of the internet's most beloved pets, and they all have one thing in common. Their stories started in a shelter. Start your story. Adopt a dog or cat today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org to find a pet near you. Training that pet to play the keyboard, that's optional. Start a story. Adopt a shelter or rescue pet today. Brought to you by Maddie's Fund, the Humane Society of the United States, and the Ad Council.
Okay, what are you wearing right now?
Nothing.
That's right. So mommy's gonna teach you how to dress yourself. Underwear always comes first, name tag at the back, then pants, then shirt. Get the first button in the right hole or you have to start all over. Socks going first, then shoes, right on right, left on left. With shoelaces, just take the ends, cross them over, switch the loops, the rabbit goes down the hole, pull tight, and you're left with bunny ears. Got it? Why are your pants on your head?
Most parenting's hard to do in just 2 minutes. But 2 minutes twice a day making sure they brush their teeth is easier, and it could help save them from a lifetime of tooth pain. Visit 2min2x.org to find out more. A message from the Partnership for Healthy Mouths, Healthy Lives, and the Ad Council.
How's it going? I'm having a stroke. Are you going to shake my hand? I'm having a stroke. Wow, you're not even moving your arm. I'm having a stroke.
When someone is having a stroke, they may not be able to say it with words, but their body language will tell you loud and clear. Look for FAST. F, face drooping. A, arm weakness. S, speech difficulty. T, time to call 911 immediately. Know the sudden signs. Spot a stroke fast. Visit strokeassociation.org. Brought to you by the American Stroke Association and the Ad Council.
The storks are bringing me a baby brother. We can do this together.
All right, let's go.
Storks know how to keep kids safe. Do you?
What?
Oh my gosh, you don't know.
I know.
You don't. Oh man, you laugh when you're uncomfortable.
No.
Making sure your child is in the right car seat is one of the steps to safer travel.
I will rock this.
You will rock this.
To know for sure that your child is in the right car seat for their age and size, visit safercar.gov/the-right-seat.
Cool. Very cool.
Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
The following is a production of Fenix Media. The views expressed do not necessarily represent those of the company or its advertisers and may contain language that's unsuitable for younger listeners.
You know, out in Nevada near the silver mines, there's a kind-hearted woman. She's looking so fine, always taking care of her community. Bringing folks together is her cup of tea. She's out on the road and all over the web with a big smiling heart. It's About Town Deb.
And welcome to this week's episode of City Talk. And I am your host, Debbie McCarthy, aka About Town Deb. So it is Wednesday and it's that day again. And I want to thank FenixMedia.us for always being there, always taking care of us. And the man behind all of this is Christian, and we love you and we adore you. And he makes sure that we are on target. He takes that extra care and love. So we're very blessed. So thank you, Kristen. And I want to thank two of my sponsors, my two sponsors. One of them is actually here. So Kurt Allure with GratisGives Processing. Hello.
Hello, how are you today?
I'm good. And we're also going to thank right now Kim Surratt, because Surratt Law Practice was our first sponsor. Actually, you were considering being the very first one, but Kim beat you to it. So I want to thank you for being on top like that. So I want to thank you both, and I want to thank Dee Dee James. Go to ddjames.com for my little jingle there. We're working on a whole song as well. Caliber, my braids. Every week I'm going to try to have different braids. So we want to thank Trace at Caliber and his team. Want to thank them. And as usual, hello to Grandma B and Aunt Glenda. They are my biggest cheerleaders. So with all of that said, we usually say a little bit about what Jazzy George and I did for the weekend. Jazzy George and I went to her place. When I go to her place, I feel like she's way off of Red Rock. I feel like I'm in the boonies having a vacation. It's like pitch dark and it's good. I need a little quiet, but it's never quiet around Jazzy Georgia because I chat all the time. But she's nodding yes. So we, the whole weekend, we did it was called the New Year's Kickoff with Isogenics, Kickoff 2021. And you know what? I'm going to hold off a little bit on that, but we're going to tell you all about that in another segment. But we're going to be doing a little teaser about this collagen, and all men and women love collagen. But before we go to that, let's get right into introducing my two guests who have been on many, many times, and I don't know what I would do without them. So Shirley Roberts, right there, put your hand up for those of you who have not seen her on before. Northern Nevada Children's Cancer Foundation, the co-founder and director. Alicia is right there in the bottom. I don't know what you're seeing, but she's right down there. We've got lots of blondes on today. I love it. So Alicia, without her and their team, all of them together, there would be a lot of children with not as many smiles on. They're making sure the magic happens, and we're providing hope and love for all these many children that are fighting childhood cancer. So we're going to talk about a giant event. Like, we're talking giant. And if you live in this area, you might know which giants we're talking about. But again, before we get to that, Kurt, we want to go to you. Number one, thank you again. GratisGives. My team just officially today, my bookkeeper learned how to do my first invoice. So get ready. You'll be the first one I'm going to invoice tomorrow. Get ready. So
Right on.
tell us. Tell us how this came about. And I love that you're giving back. That's what all of us here love to do. So tell us about how you got started, a little bit about this.
Well, obviously, I started the company about 9 years ago. And before I get started, I just want to say thank you for having me.
You're welcome.
Thank you for letting me sponsor. I love what you do. I love your involvement in the community. I think you're a magical person. And anything I can do to support you is amazing.
Just pay your bill.
and Shirley, it's nice to be here with you guys as well. Started the company about 9 years ago, and for the first, I don't know, let's say 6.5 years, it was just a traditional merchant services company. And then we had to figure out a way to start giving back. I was raised by a single mom and with my two sisters, and we served at the holidays and we served at the homeless shelters. So it was kind of the upbringing I had. So the concept of giving back was always birthed and it was part of me as I was raised. So when we sat down in October of 2017, we realized that we wanted to do a give back program, but we wanted to work with local nonprofits only. So we identified some amazing nonprofits. And what we do is the concept of the program is it's based on the concept of collective impact. It brings local business owners and local nonprofits together in a structured way to achieve what we would consider to be real social change. How does the program work? GratisGives it's a bridge between the local business owners and local nonprofits. And it's pretty darn simple the way it works. Gratis funds the local nonprofits right here in Northern Nevada through reductions in the business owner's payment processing account. Most business owners take credit cards and they have to pay those crazy fees.
Yeah.
And none of them enjoy it, by the way. And I understand that. So my job was to make it at least go towards something good. So what we do is we identify the unnecessary credit card fees that these business owners are paying, and then we convert those fees into a combination of savings for the business owner, as well as vital funding for the participating nonprofits that the business owners get to pick from. It's that super simple. And the concept is obviously heightening business through humanity. And that's what everyone on the team is about. We all like what we do, but we love why we do it.
I like that. So, you know, so when we said we love what you like, what we do, we love what we do, let's do a cheers to that. This is with my About Town Deb, Food One Travel Wine, and the girls have theirs. Yes, yes. So thank you, Crystal Basin, for partnering. So let's do a cheers to all of our amazing nonprofits, and especially the Northern Nevada Children's Cancer Foundation right now. Cheers.
Cheers.
Okay. Oh, what? We got 1 minute, so we're going to go back to. So, Kirk, you have about a minute. So I'd love you to share a little bit more. How do we get a hold of you? Give us all that information now. And if you have a tiny bit more, you can come back after break. If not, we'll just say thank you, thank you. So what is all your info, how we can find out more?
GratisGives.com is obviously the easiest, or you could call us at 855-464-7284. And the nonprofits that we currently are working with in the local area are For Kids Foundation, Nevada Diabetes, Safe Talk for Teens, Children's Cabinet, Care Chest, Safe Embrace, Disabilities Resources, Quest Consulting, Step 2, Just and Hope, Women and Children, and Achievement Beyond Obstacles. And this May, we will be adding another 3. Super excited.
I'm excited to see who the other 3 are. I want to say I heard it first here when it happens. So we're going to take a quick break, our first break. And so stay tuned. Don't go away. Kirk, if you have to leave, we'll be sad. But I know you're going to be back every month, and you're going to be bringing us those nonprofits and the businesses so our community can know who to say thank you to. So once again, GratisGives. You can find out about him on my page as well. We'll be right back for their break. Hang tight.
Thank you.
I spend a lot of time in the backyard, and I'm the center of attention at summer barbecues. In '96, I made some of the tastiest s'mores. And in '09, it was me, your backyard fire pit, that accidentally started a wildfire when a summer breeze carried one of my embers into some dry brush.
Spark a change, not a wildfire. Visit SmokeyBear.com, brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Hope you enjoyed your meal. And I just want to say, he's lucky to have a brother like you.
Lucky? Caring for my brother is far from easy. But he's a part of me, like my arms and legs, so I'll be his. No time for tired. Nothing can disable this love. He needs me, but I'm the lucky one, even though I need help now and then.
If you're caring for a loved one, visit aarp.org/caregiving for care guides and community. Support for your strength. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
What if I told you that a tornado was going to happen tomorrow, right where you live? That it would touch down at exactly 3:17 p.m., and I told you the exact path it would take. You would, of course, prepare. You would talk with your loved ones, and you'd make a plan today. It's true, I can't tell you a tornado will strike tomorrow, but shouldn't you have a plan anyway? Go to ready.gov/communicate and make your emergency plan today. Don't wait. Communicate. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
This is Mario Andretti. You know me as a race car driver, but I'm also a Meals on Wheels volunteer. I've raced against the sport's biggest personalities, but I've never met more vibrant, amazing people than the seniors served by Meals on Wheels. You can make a difference by dropping off a hot meal and saying a quick hello. So, America, let's do lunch. Volunteer your lunch break at americaletsdolunch.org.
This message brought to you by Meals on Wheels America and the Ad Council.
In the small town of Elmira, New York, a boy was born into an all-American family. The odds of him achieving his dream in the fashion industry? 1 in 23 million. The odds of having a child diagnosed with autism? 1 in 68. I am Tommy Hilfiger, and my family is affected by autism. Learn more at autismspeaks.org/signs. Brought to you by Autism Speaks and the Ad Council.
Now more than ever, family matters, and Surratt Law Practice has your family in mind. Kimberly Surratt and her team have been helping maintain healthy families through their holistic approach to adoption and surrogacy, child custody, estate planning, and more for over 13 years. Your family law concerns are in caring hands with Surratt Law. Schedule your private consultation with a compassionate Surratt Law Practice team member today by calling 775-636-8200 or visiting lawyersforfamilies.com. Surratt Law, where family matters.
You're listening to Fenix Media. Listen live and explore more great shows at fenixmedia.us.
She's out on the road and all over the web with a big smiling heart. It's About Town Deb.
My town, your town, or any town, this is About Town Deb presents City Talk. Now, back to the show.
And welcome back to the second segment of City Talk. I'm About Town Deb, Debbie McCarthy, your host. I'm here with two of my favorite women in our community making a difference with Northern Nevada Children's Cancer Foundation, Shirley and Alicia. We love you. I cannot say enough about you guys and your whole team. We love your whole team. It takes a team to make magic happen. And I just want to say thank you for being here. And I can't wait to hear about this giant event. But I do want to say, I'm just going to give a shout out. Trace, if you're watching with Caliber, when we were on break, the girls were saying they liked my braids. So I want to make sure that you know your gals are amazing. And hopefully every week I'll have a different style so that we can kind of see what kind of braids their gals are doing, because I love braids and I love Caliber. So thank you, Trace. So an event. I know that we really want a live event, don't we? But
we do.
You guys have had to pivot, but because you're pivoting, a lot more people are going to get to experience this giant event. So who wants to go first to tell us why we're so excited?
I'll tell you about it. So we've been talking about this event for a few months. As you know, you and I have been determined this thing's going to happen. So this is called a giant event for childhood cancer. It is in its third year. And we had this year planned to have a live event at the Silver Legacy with the 4 broadcasters from the San Francisco Giants, Dave Fleming, John Miller, Dwayne Kuiper, and our partner in this and our host, Mike Kruko, and his wife, Jennifer. So those 4 broadcasters had planned to go live at an event with an auction and the whole thing, brand new kind of concept for us. We pivoted, and we are now doing this virtual with special guests, Buster and Kristen Posey. Buster, the very incredible catcher for the San Francisco Giants, and his wife, who took childhood cancer on as their cause 4 years ago and have founded BP28. This event has exploded. It is not only going to be in our community, but now we can have participants from the Bay Area community. Any Giants fan anywhere can participate in this virtual event. We're super excited. It is really going to be a one of a kind.
So when you back a few seconds, you said you had some initials about the event. What did you say?
Buster and Kristen Posey formed a nonprofit called BP28.
Okay, I didn't know what that was.
Yeah, BP28, Buster Posey 28, that's his number.
Okay.
And their mission is to raise funds and awareness for childhood cancer. And they've been doing this for 3 or 4 years. They had to cancel their very incredible, beautiful Bay Area event this year. So they said, you know what, we're happy to be guests on your event and help you promote it. And we will raise money for childhood cancer research, and we will raise money for our local kids. So this event has just, we found the good. We found that we pivoted, that love-hate word I have.
I know.
And we found there's a really good part to this, and that is my dream, which is childhood cancer becoming an issue and a priority in the country. And that is now coming true with our association through the Giants. It's on the Giants website. It's on Buster Posey's nonprofit website. We're promoting through social media. It's exciting.
Well, I started out a Dodger fan. I'm just going to be honest, when my kids were little. And once we moved here, my kids went when they were little, they were like under 4 years old. So they just went where we took them. But once we got here, Giants all the way. And it's like they're 30, Josh will be 32 and Joey's 30. And I remember many, many, many times going over the hill and going to those Giants games, and mom going and dad going and getting all the food. And then the new stadium came, and it's such a thrill and so many memories. And I know for all of the locals here in the Bay Area, there's so many memories to go with the announcers, hearing them speak. And you also, from what I'm hearing, you guys have some pretty cool auction items that I know that my kids, it's like you can like get early birthday gifts and Christmas gifts. So tell us a little bit about what kind of items.
Absolutely. Go for it, Alicia.
Yeah, so we've got a decent amount of auction items up on the site already. So once you purchase tickets for the event, that gives you authorization to then go on and bid for our auction. So it's kind of exclusive, a little mysterious, but we have some really cool things. The biggest draw, in my opinion, is probably our gold ribbon guitars. So we have these amazing guitars that are shaped like a gold ribbon, which is the national symbol for childhood cancer awareness. And they are signed by some amazing people. We have one that's signed by all 4 of the Giants broadcasters. We've got one signed by Buster and Kristen Posey. We've got a bunch of players. We've got jerseys. We've got balls. We've got bobbleheads. We've got cute little Giants Dooney and Burke purse. We've got some fun experiences. There's just, something for everybody to enjoy.
Cowboy hat signed by Tim McGraw. We
that's a big deal. My son is my older son, he's all about the cowboy hat and country music. And I think about a lot of us haven't been taking trips. So all that money we've saved, now's your chance to get an autographed item that you've always wanted. And I love that. But actually the packages are a lot less now because we're not live. Would you like to share a little bit about that and how to sign up and get them?
Yes. So if you're interested in purchasing tickets, go to nvchildrenscancer.org/giants and then click on the ticket button. It'll take you over to our website purchasing page. There's 3 different ticket options. The first is just the fan package. It's $150. It gives you access to our auction and, of course, our live production, which is going to be on February 10th from 6 to 7:30, all virtual. So social distancing approved. We also have a fan package, which includes a really cool custom labeled bottle of champagne and some other little fun perks. And then, of course, a sponsorship package. If you're interested in sponsoring the event, add your logo to our program and some other special perks as well with that package. We'd love to have you join us. So nvchildrenscancer.org/giants.
Well, I think that, like, for me, knowing that both my sons are such Giants fans, I could see the perfect mom and son night. Say, hey, come on over. We are going to be watching this, and they could tell me what they want and they could bribe me. Actually, my one son got me a laptop for Christmas, so he may be looking for some return in there. I may be happy to do that. But I think it's a good opportunity for us to gather with your immediate family, and have a family night. And what better way, and talk about the memories you've had when you've gone to the ball games. I mean, and the baseball cards you have and all that kind of stuff. So it's a great family way to get together. And also $150, like that's a donation. Like it's a donation going to a great cause, and you're going to have I was looking at this and it says includes 1 raffle ticket for a chance to win 1 of 15 autograph items. Like that is really good odds. So there's 15 raffle prizes just by who wouldn't want to do that? It's perfect.
Yeah, and then there's always the option too to add additional raffle tickets once you are into our auction site. So like you said, the odds are pretty good with 15 prizes there.
So are we going to be able to have a sneak peek at what the raffle prizes are?
Yeah, so like I said, those custom, those bobbleheads, those signed balls, all that kind of cool stuff.
Well, those signed balls are a big deal. I'm telling you, I remember going on eBay back when, I don't know, maybe eBay's still popular, but my kids were always saying, Mom, can I get a signed autograph ball? And we would search all over to get them what they want. So I know I am going to be getting extra raffle tickets just for that sake. So going back to, I love the idea that the Giants have taken this in and they're being a part of this, and knowing that they didn't have to pivot with us, but they did. And can you tell me how you kind of got hooked up again? I don't know if everybody knows how you guys got the connection.
Yeah. So Mike Krukow, who played for the Giants and has been an award-winning broadcaster for many years, he and his family live here, and his son Baker Krukow is on our board of directors as well. They connected with some of our folks, our big supporters, Carol Truman and Bob Phillips, and they had a small fundraiser for Northern Nevada Children's Cancer Foundation 3 years ago. It grew a little bit bigger last year, and then this year Mike said, you know what, I'd really like to get my team to come to the community and entertain the community. And so it's incredible. And I am a co-founder of Northern Nevada Children's Cancer Foundation. I've struggled for many years to make this a priority nationally and as a state. Our community's support for NNCCF has been incredible. We have grown so much in 20 years. So this support by the Giants, this elevation to being more nationally recognized and national priority, is really telling our community, wow, you guys, you have done an amazing thing, and we want to continue to support, and we want to boost your what you're doing for your kids. The Giants' willingness to promote this on their website is going to truly take this
another level,
the kids' journey, the brave cancer warriors' journey, to another level of recognition. It's going to take the support to another level of recognition, as well as research and treatment. So we're beyond excited.
So if somebody, I know it's almost time for another break, if somebody would like to make a donation, are you still accepting donations, not just sponsors, but like, I know that my gift basket, you will have the description, and Sherry Fitzpatrick, the real Sherry Fitzpatrick of the Sherry's Berries, she loves the Giants. So she is going to be, we're teaming up together. So she has a really cool, it's Airbnb. It's amazing, but Jazzy, George, and I are going to join the package, and we're going to take you on amazing tours, and you're going to get spoiled, and 2-night stay. It's going to be great. So, and she's even going to get a Giants baseball and covered in chocolate. There's going to be all kinds of fun things, lots of Giant stuff. And there's so many sponsors, but we're going to take our break, and we want to remind you that we're interactive. We'd love you to chime in on the Facebook page. Please go to Northern Nevada Children's Cancer Foundation's Facebook page and like them and share it, because the more we can get out. Also About Town Deb and my sponsors as well. So we're going to take another break and come back, and then we're going to talk about something gold and something cool. So don't go away. It's About Town Deb. See you soon. Don't go away.
People been saying to your friend, get a different face, and posting on their feed, they're super ugly. The things they say to them online are cruel and they're not true. So tell your friend, I'll stand up for you. Don't worry, I know what to do.
Know someone being bullied online? You can be a witness and make a difference by letting the world know it isn't cool, and by letting your friend know you care. Learn more at eyewitnessbullying.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
Keyboard Cat, Hamilton the Pug, and Toast Meets World. These are some of the internet's most beloved pets, and they all have one thing in common. Their stories started in a shelter. Start your story. Adopt a dog or cat today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org to find a pet near you. Training that pet to play the keyboard, that's optional. Start a story. Adopt a shelter or rescue pet today. Brought to you by Maddie's Fund, the Humane Society of the United States, and the Ad Council.
Allison is perfect. I mean, she'd never tell you that. She's humble and perfect. She likes everyone. She even likes her untidy roommate's weird guinea pig. Allison, wait, are you texting and driving? Allison, no. That's the exact opposite of what I was just saying about you. Why, Allison? Why? Texting and driving makes good people look bad. Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org, brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
We are live outside the home of Joe and Rosie Goddard, where a pretty big tickle fight broke out just minutes ago. Sources say their father instigated the laughter. Let's go inside for a comment. Apparently, they have no comment. Dads, let this be a reminder that it only takes a moment to make a moment. Call 877-4DAD-411 or visit fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
Hello, Kubo. What have you got planned for today?
Come on, this way.
Adventure can be found anywhere, but the best place to start is in the forest.
It's the most powerful magic there is.
Head outside to discover incredible animals.
Wow.
And beautiful plants that come together to create an unforgettable adventure. So grab your loved ones and explore a world of possibilities. Visit discovertheforest.org to find the closest forest or park to you. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the U.S. Forest Service.
My teacher said that we should have a plan in case of an emergency. Do we have one?
First thing I'm gonna do is grab a flashlight with dead batteries.
I'm going to start randomly throwing clothes in the bag. You two will be hiding in the closet and Dad won't be able to find you.
And that's when we both start crying.
Uncontrollably. Can you pass the cutlets?
Winging it is not an emergency plan. Make sure your kids know what to do during an emergency, who to call, where to meet, what to pack. Search Ready Kids at nyc.gov or call 311. Brought to you by the New York City Office of Emergency Management and the Ad Council.
You're listening to Fenix Media, the future of broadcasting. Listen live at phoenixmedia.us.
You know that's what she said. Come on, let's have some fun with About Town Deb.
My town, your town, or any town, this is About Town Deb presents City Talk. Now, back to the show.
And we're back for the third segment of City Talk. And I'm About Town Deb, Debbie McCarthy. And as we said at the beginning of the show, and if you're watching the replay, we'd love you to put hashtag replay. I keep forgetting to say that. If you have a story that you would like to share, how the Northern Nevada Children's Cancer Foundation has made a difference in your life. I know in one of our posts, somebody chimed in and said that they were grateful that you were there for them. So we'd love you to do that. If you have a memory you want to share, if you need more information, please, one of us will see it and one of us will get back to you. So hashtag replay if you're watching the replay. And just basically, we're just happy you're here. So feel free to watch the replay afterwards. Keep watching it and share it. So I want to go back one little bit back to the Giants event. Without your sponsors, and you have quite a few already who've stepped up to the plate, hit it out of the park. That was good. Step up to the plate. So I would love you to name, I know it may be impossible to name all of them, but if you could name a few of them, as many as you can, we want them to know we appreciate them because there is room for more. And I would love them to know that their donation as a sponsor is not tax deductible. It's a donation, but more than that, you really are helping many, many children fight the fight of their life. So share a little bit about your sponsors.
Sure. And first and foremost is a thank you to Deb. You have had us on your show. We've been talking as this event has been created. You are one of our biggest sponsors, and we are so grateful for you in Jazzy, Georgia. But we do have some fabulous sponsors who've hung in there with us through the pivoting, and they are here for this event. Granite Construction, RHP, Panattoni, Alston, Sierra Nevada Construction, MDB Trucking, Bonanno, Vasco, the Phillips Family Foundation, which is named after grandson Pierce Phillips, who lost his fight, and Panelize. Those are our big sponsors, as well as Brooke Sullivan with Dixon, and the Seamus and Jody McCrory, Ryan Gilbrick. I mean, it's just really, it's taken flight. And this, as you know, we run lean and mean. We have a really small staff, and 78 cents of every dollar goes to our kids for emotional and financial support. So these people and their sponsorship are making a direct impact on our local families and on improved research and treatment. So
Alicia, I would love you to share one more time. If they're interested in being a sponsor or making a donation, how easy is it to do?
So easy. Go to nvchildrenscancer.org/giants. You can find all the information about tickets and purchasing a sponsorship package there. If you're interested in donating, like Deb said, a raffle item, we would absolutely love that. I don't know that you'll top Deb's basket because it's pretty cool.
I have a feeling that knowing your crew and all the many, many, many community members near and far who have stepped up and you continue to step up, there's going to be amazing packages, guys. And we are all going to be ready to get out of town when this all gets done. So this is your chance to bid on that trip or those 2-night stays, or I'm sure there's going to be cabin stays and things like that. I know our community and I know these events.
It on the head.
I just know because our community steps up every single time. And
Coney
I know
Island dinner for 20, as always. They're so supportive of our community.
I think they've donated that to every single event that anybody's, and sometimes they double it. Sometimes they'll do a second one. Is there any other ones that you recognize that are like people who do it? Is there anything you could share with us as a little hint or?
Well, the El Dorado Caesars is going to have a package for us. We do, like you said, we have some local cabins. It's just Bistro 7 donated to us. It's, it's just incredible.
a cool fly fishing trip. There's all sorts of stuff. Something for everybody.
I need to learn how to fish. Maybe I should try a fly. The last time, a little quick story, way back when, before I had kids, way back when, I was in Mammoth with my family. Before I was like in my mid-20s, and we were fishing, and I wasn't even fishing. I was like sitting on the edge, and my kid's dad at the time went like this, and he went back and he hooked my mouth. So I'm like, the hook was literally in my mouth, and I was sitting there going, oh, like help. And it's stuck on something. And I literally, it was so bad. It was so bad.
Fishing, worst nightmare.
It was like, literally, it was in my mouth, and they had to like cut it out, and we couldn't stitch it because it was in my mouth. I didn't have a good trip. So
maybe no fly fishing for you.
I just have to, I want to be the one throwing in the hook, not in the back getting the hook. So I do want to fish though, because that was a traumatic experience, and I want to get past it. So yes,
you need to top that as a fishing experience for you.
We can do better. Another experience. But not only once the Giants event is done, there is another local community event that you guys have year after year. And I know from the very first time I was on the Ferris wheel, and you'll tell them what we mean by that. I literally didn't want to get off the Ferris wheel. I was hooked, line and sinker. And that first Ferris wheel is when I met little Maddie. And maybe it was the second Ferris wheel. But either way, once I joined that team, I've never left, and I will never get off the Ferris wheel. I will be here for you. So tell us what I'm talking about this amazing.
Yeah. So, and I think that's when we started our relationship, was Know the Gold. We're going into our 9th year of what we call our Know the Gold campaign, which starts in last 5 or 6 months, starts with Childhood Cancer Awareness Month, September 1st, and goes all the way to the end of January, February, this year, February 19th, with our partners Shields, with our partners Cumulus Radio, which is the Wild Vibe, Cable, and KOH, and our community people like Deb. So what we do is we have this giant campaign to get all of our partners to help us support our local families for this long period of time. And we have a radiothon, telethon. It used to be very telephone oriented. Now it's very digital.
Yeah.
At Shields, they let us have a big section of the store. They let our donors get on the Ferris wheel, except this year because of COVID, but that's okay. We'll pivot. So Deb has done that before, and Deb gets on the Ferris wheel, sets a goal. She cannot get off that Ferris wheel until her friends and family and our donors have raised enough money to get her off that Ferris wheel.
Well, it's funny.
So that day is crazy.
The very first time I took it so seriously, and I had my list of names, I had my cell phone, and I was on there. I'm like calling Joe Dutra and calling family members, and I was like, hurry up. I didn't want to get off, but I was like, I need to get my bid. And then I came down and realized there were people that had already came with all their, they went and got their bids ahead of time. I'm like, man. But the whole fun of it was being able to be on that Ferris wheel and calling people and texting people. And we haven't really done it like that the last few times. We like to get the donations ahead of time. But honestly, that experience to me was gold. Like, honestly, it was gold. Seeing the kids there, and last year you guys tell about how they rang the bell. Tell them about that.
Yeah. So last year, so this whole event went to a new level 5 years ago when the William and Pennington Foundation decided to match dollar for dollar the Know the Gold campaign, and those funds raised that day. And last year we not only had a match of $400,000, which they then turned into $450,000, but we kicked off our 20-year celebration at noon, and we did that at Shields with our bell ringing. We like to emphasize the celebrations, and the kids get to have, as well as all the other things in the journey. And one of the big celebrations is to ring the No More Chemo bell. So we have a mobile bell that we brought to that celebration, and we had 20 of our heroes come through and ring the bell, symbolizing their finish to the childhood cancer journey. It was really special, really great. Mike Kruko emceed this event for us. We had so many of our partners. It was amazing and beautiful. And the William and Pennington Foundation loved the results of that day, and last year decided to up the match to $500,000. So we are looking potentially at raising $500,000, which will be matched, which is $1 million campaign, which is mind-blowing for all of us who started this thing when it was tiny, $30,000 campaign. And we're so lucky, and our community just comes out and rallies that day. We have kids bringing their piggy banks. We have families come and telling their stories, and Alicia's going to talk a little bit about this day and how it's changing this year.
Yeah, so I mean, obviously that favorite pivot word, we're having to change things up a little bit. So just as an example for anybody who's listening, watching, Deb is the queen of this pivot. So when we announced this campaign at the beginning of September, she's like, all right, proverbial Ferris wheel this year, rather than sitting on it day of, we're going to raise $5,000 for NNCCF this year, which is going to be matched. So I have your total to date. You're getting real close.
What's my total?
You are at $3,899.
Wow.
To date.
99. Oh, okay. Hold on.
Cowbell?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're getting real close to that $5,000 goal.
I have a check that was given to me from Chris DeMay. He's part of Tahoe Blue, and he has his real estate company he just started. And we were over there to do the show last week. And he said, I want the mask. So I said, here, I'll just give you the mask. And he wrote a check for, I think it was $50. He wrote a check for $50. I have.
You're over 4,000 then.
I know. And there's our $25 check. So yes. So I've hit 4,000.
Yeah, you're at 4,000 with that.
So if you want to make it, yes. Okay. So with that, we're gonna take a break, and when we come back, we're gonna do a collagen cheers because of that, and then we're gonna talk a little bit more about that day. So hang tight. It's About Town Deb. We'll be right back for the fourth and final segment.
Cheers to Deb.
No, to you.
Driving has a rhythm all its own. Don't wreck it with a text. Before you get behind the wheel, silence your phone. Or better yet, designate a texter. For more text-free driving tips, visit stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
Now more than ever, family matters, and Surratt Law Practice has your family in mind. Kimberly Surratt and her team have been helping maintain healthy families through their holistic approach to adoption and surrogacy, child custody, estate planning, and more for over 13 years. Your family law concerns are in caring hands with Surratt Law. Schedule your private consultation with a compassionate Surratt Law Practice team member today by calling 775-636-8200 or visiting lawyersforfamilies.com. Surratt Law, where family matters.
Okay, what are you wearing right now?
Nothing.
That's right. So mommy's going to teach you how to dress yourself. Underwear always comes first, name tag at the back, then pants, then shirt. Get the first button in the right hole or you have to start all over. Socks going first, then shoes right on right, left on left. With shoelaces, just take the ends, cross them over, switch the loops, the rabbit goes down the hole, pull tight, and you're left with bunny ears. Got it? Why are your pants on your head?
Most parenting is hard to do in just 2 minutes. But 2 minutes twice a day making sure they brush their teeth is easier, and it could help save them from a lifetime of tooth pain. Visit 2min2x.org to find out more. A message from the Partnership for Healthy Mouths, Healthy Lives, and the Ad Council.
This message is for all of you sitting in the passenger seat. And apologies if it gets a little uncomfortable, but how does it feel to be at the mercy of someone who thinks a random text is more important than your life? Someone who takes their eyes off the road while speeding along in a 3-ton hunk of steel. Freaky, right? Well, why not just ask them to stop? Or better yet, volunteer to text for them. It might be a little awkward, but believe me, you'll live.
Learn more at stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
We are live outside the home of Joe and Rosie Goddard, where a pretty big tickle fight broke out just minutes ago. Sources say their father instigated the laughter. Let's go inside for a comment. Apparently, they have no comment. Dads, let this be a reminder that it only takes a moment to make a moment. Call 877-4DAD-411 or visit fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
How's it going? I'm having a stroke. Are you going to shake my hand? I'm having a stroke. Wow, you're not even moving your arm.
I'm having a stroke. When someone is having a stroke, they may not be able to say it with words, but their body language will tell you loud and clear. Look for FAST. F, face drooping. A, arm weakness. S, speech difficulty. T, time to call 911 immediately. Know the sudden signs. Spot a stroke fast. Visit strokeassociation.org. Brought to you by the American Stroke Association and the Ad Council.
You're listening to Fenix Media, the future of broadcasting. Explore more great shows at fenixmedia.us.
Ready to help from her toes to her head. Just give her a shout. Call About Town Deb.
My town, your town, or any town, this is About Town Deb presents City Talk. Now, back to the show.
And we're back for the fourth and final segment of City Talk. And I'm About Town Deb, Debbie McCarthy. We hate that it goes by so fast. I do, again, want to thank Kim Surratt with Surratt Law Practice and Kirk Allure with GratisGives Processing. So 2 sponsors, and we'll always take more. We'd love to have you join the team, and you have ads during the show, and you'll get to pop on and do some appearances, and we'll share on social media for you. Plus, you get to be a part of the About Town Deb team. So that is fun as well, because I love my team. So I would like to go back real quick, Alicia, and share a little bit about how you get involved with Know the Gold. And again, just the website and stuff like that. And whatever else you want to share.
So I got to do the quick whole blurb. Now, through February 19th, all donations to Northern Nevada Children's Cancer Foundation are matched by the William N. Pennington Foundation, up to $500,000 as part of this amazing campaign, which is going to end on February 19th at our radiothon. We hope to see you there. We would love, it's obviously going to look a little bit different this year with social distancing in place, but we will be at Shields from 9 a.m. opening time to 6 p.m. If you would like to come by and drop off a donation day of to help us, create some of that energy, we'd love to see you. If you thought about hosting a fundraiser like Deb has been doing for the last 4 or 5 months for us, reach out to us. You can check our website, nvchildrenscancer.org, and all of our contact information is there. So reach out. There's so many ways to get involved right now, and we appreciate all of the support from this incredible community, especially people like Deb.
Well, thank you. I feel like I've had that spiel saying, okay, friends, September 19th, William N. Pennington Foundation, doubling your gift, whether it's $5 or $2 or $100 or $1,000. So if you're out there, do you want to do 100 or 50 or 1,000? Go ahead. You can contact About Town Deb, and we'll put it towards my goal. I'd be grateful. And I know I do have some friends out there who said they'd like to make a donation direct. So I'm excited for that. And I will be there. I promise you, we'll go live that day. Jazzy George and I'll be there. This time I left before the end last time. I may break it up and go like around like 11 to like 2, and then come back from like 3 to 6, because I think that I was bummed that I wasn't there.
The end is exciting.
I will be there.
Mason he has a mission. He gets us to that goal.
I will be there, and I will help you get to that goal. So Northern Nevada Children's Cancer Foundation, Shirley and Alicia, I didn't want you to go because I wanted to hear about this new thing, but I am so grateful to be a part of your network and your friends and your family, and your team really makes us all smile every time we see them, every time we get an email or a voicemail or a text, knowing it's from someone in your team, it really does brighten our day. So we thank you for that. So as I was talking, you're welcome. As George and I were saying that this weekend, we were part of this New Year's kickoff for Isogenics. And I know I do the shakes and I do all that, but this is something totally different. So I'm going to show you this amazing box, Collagen Elixir. So this is like, it's magic in a bottle. I don't know what it's glowing in a bottle. And it's like it helps promote your hair, your skin, your nails, promote skin elasticity. How do you say that? Elasticity? How do you say that word?
Elasticity. Elasticity.
And firmness. And we all know that we all need a little firmness every now and then. I know I do. But it supports your collagen production to help maintain a more youthful appearance, hydrates the skin from within to a healthy glow. So Jazzy George is going to come over here because we are taking a 30-day challenge, and she's going to bring hers over. And it literally, what's cool about this is this bottle is all, it's glass. So when they're putting the collagen, and Georgia might remember collagen 1, is it?
Yes.
Collagen 1, which is the time for your hair, your skin, your nails, and it's not a powder. So with the powders, it's in plastic usually, but this is, so when it's sealed in here with 0.15 or 0.5 seconds, it's sealed and it's glass. So there's no air, it doesn't get oxidation in it. And I hope I got that word right. So come on, Jazzy Georgia. So we're going to pop the seal.
It's a fountain of youth.
It's a fountain of youth right here. Come over here, Georgia. We're going to pop the seal. She's a little slower than I am.
I know,
Get over
sorry.
here.
Cheers.
Whoa, I just
Got
went
cheers.
for it. So I think it's kind of a honey taste, but there's no honey in it. So they say if you take one, oh, my little bells are ringing. Hey, I got the bell ringing. How about that? That's a good thing. So if you have one of these a day, you will see results. I think I'm getting dark over here. George is making me dark. Oh. So it's okay. I could use a little tan. So anyway, but when you take this, you have it once a day. I'm going to take 2 a day for the first 2 weeks and then 1 a day. And they showed before and after photos of women's hands. And within, I want to say 9 days, there was a huge difference. And there's like a 30-back guarantee. And I'm just so excited because I know that we all spend a lot of money on, well, I'm just going to tell, I had Dr. Kyle Botox, I'm being honest. But, you know, as you get older, your skin isn't as tight and, you know, people are getting eyelashes. So it'll help your hair grow. And my nails during this pandemic, you know, I was getting the gel and I was peeling the gel off because it was too long between appointments. And literally my nails are just like splintering off. And I think it's because I had gel for so long and I was picking at it. So I decided I was not going to do my nails, not thinking about this. So now I'll really be able to see if there's a difference with my nails. So I'm really, really excited. Jazzy George and I are taking this 30-day thing. And I did some before photos and I'll be taking them throughout the month and I'll be sharing them on my Facebook page. So we're excited because it's like if you're buying a Starbucks a day, it's like a no-brainer. $5 a day. So anyway, that's what we've been up to. The other thing, and I want you guys to give me your picks because right now in January, it's a really hard time for local businesses, not only nonprofits. So there's a campaign that's Reno Loves Local. And I have been going crazy on this. I'm hoping to hit as many local places as I can. Do you guys have a favorite local boutique, a restaurant where you want to give a shout out to? Because, you know, we want to show people where you can go and support. So your turn to give some shout outs.
Yeah. Well, Leisha knows mine, Grateful Gardens. And they are huge. They give back to the community in a huge way as well. Bistro 7, another one of my favorites. My good friend Nora, who owns Norwalk Furniture, Michelle Woolman, and then Bo, who owns La Galleria. Those are kind of my jams, my hangouts.
Okay. Yeah. So Leisha, what's your jams?
So I don't know that I have one other than
not a favorite, but just
Taco Salisco that's right next to my house is always the favorite one. North Valleys. I live out near Georgia.
I know.
So I mean, I have a couple of little favorites. Squeeze In is always a favorite.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love that you mentioned this Reno Loves Local. I think their hashtag is Reno Love Letter.
Yeah.
So I'm a big person. For New Year's, I have never done a resolution. I think I did one 10 years ago to never do one again. But you know, this pandemic, we all need a little extra love. And so I've kind of made it a goal of mine this year to do a new business every week and write a Yelp review and do this Reno Loves Local and a Reno Love Letter. So I love that you mentioned that. It's such a fun campaign. You know, and yes, like you said, businesses need it right now.
And it's not even just where if you're on a budget and you can't go out, like their social media page. It's as simple as like their page, share their page. If you're like on Reno Foodies or you're just on your Facebook and you see somebody tag them, make a comment and then tag them or say, gosh, that looks good. It's all about the more that you tag somebody or engage, the more that your friends see that you like that place or you would like to go to that place. And, you know, they don't have big budgets right now to do a lot of extra marketing. So the more that we as individuals can do, like I say, whether it's, or just tell a friend about it. I mean, or just say thank you to somebody. I was talking about that. I'm gonna squirrel, whatever they call it. So I have been asked to Friday morning. This will help us too, because we're us. I don't know. I just think we're us. So Friday morning.
So us.
So Friday mornings at, I have 2 minutes. So Friday mornings at 7 a.m. and Friday afternoons around 4:30ish. I will be doing Deb's picks on 2 different programs. Good Morning Carson. I will be on, it's set right around 7 or so, be giving my Deb's picks for the Reno, Tahoe, Carson, Sparks area. Then on 4:30ish on Fridays, I will be on Good Evening Douglas for Douglas County, and I will be giving my picks. So this Friday, I'm going to be doing it from home, but next Friday, the Carson Valley Inn has invited my team to go, and I'm going to be live at Carson Valley Inn doing my picks. So you will see About Town Deb a little bit spreading her wings and doing a little bit more. So I'm excited about that. So I can
wait
share
to see it.
more good news about everything that's happening. And then next week on the show, Jazzy George and I are going to be at Two Chicks at their new location on South Virginia. So I'm excited about that. And we're going to be talking about women, wine, and cheese, because women love, well, I love cheese.
Can I come?
Yes, you can come.
Okay.
Yeah. Don't forget your team.
I won't forget. You can be our team. You can take photos. So we are going to be just hanging out there, and we're going to do the show there. And it is also National Cheese Day. So when I thought of cheese, I thought of Two Chicks. They have gourmet and grilled cheese. 30 seconds. So with that said, I want to say thank you to my 2 beautiful friends, Shirley and Alicia, Northern Nevada Children's Cancer Foundation. Thank you to Kirk Allure for joining us. We love you. We will see you later. And remember, keep your glow on if you want to know more about that. And cheers to our amazing community, local and beyond. We love you. It is About Town Deb. See you next week.